Facebook. It's Reid from ReidAboutSex.com. Today I've got my Vassar College t-shirt on from whenever I lectured there. It was a while ago. So questions, where, if you went to school, or even the school of hard knocks, where did you go to college, or university, or high school, or community college, or what was a place or a time in your life where you learned something really awesome? I'm curious because I'm asking you a question today, and we're going on the train tracks today because I want to see if the blackberries are ripe. And if Allie Moon is watching, Allison, I'm behind our building, and I'm checking out the blackberries for us. And because they might be ripe. They were sour a couple of weeks ago, or a week ago. So questions. Today I had a question from somebody who emailed me, or Facebook messaged me, or whatever, like how many... Am I the only person that gets like a gazillion messages on all these different mediums and forgets to check them? For those of you who message me on Instagram, I still can't figure out where that inbox is. And I find it every once in a while, but then I lose it again. So I apologize. If anyone's waiting on hearing from me, please just email me at reid@reidaboutsexual.com. That is the easiest way to get to me. Because Lord knows, there's a ton of different ways, and I'm not finding them all. So here we go. We've got the train tracks. And we've got blackberries, ladies and gentlemen. And for those of you who are like, ooh, he's not washing them. I'm from New Hampshire, so it's okay. Ooh, oh, they're good. Allison, come on. We're gonna have to come down here at sunset and just gorge ourselves on these there. Tasty. Oh, they're like perfect. Look at how many there are. There's like a gazillion of them. Ooh, I know what I'm doing later. Well, this is going to be good. I'm going to get some blackberry beer maybe. And just come down here and get drunk. Okay, back to questions. I'm being distracted by deliciousness. So my question is, somebody asked, what are good polyamorous dating sites? And truth be told, like, I'm not really the person to ask, because all the dating and meeting new people I tend to do is through community. So I tend to meet new people in real life, or have friends or lovers of mine recommend other people to me. So that tends to be how I meet folks. So I figured I would ask all of you, because I know there's some really kick-ass folks online and whatnot who follow me and who kind of do the online dating thing. I'm just going to take you out onto the tracks. There's nothing coming, so I'm not going to die, but I thought it would be fun to walk on the other side. So what online dating sites or apps for you have worked really well? I'm more interested to hear from actual like experience, and please feel free to share what's worked for you, what hasn't worked for you. If I know from some of my friends and peers that OkCupid used to be, and I think it still does, the way that the algorithm for the dating site works, that tends to be better for people who know that they're polyamorous, who know that they want to be in open relationships, just because of the questions they ask and how that website is designed to basically help people who already know what they want. I've heard, and this was a couple of years ago, this is years ago now, that Match.com is great or better suited for people who don't really know what they want, because the algorithm and the kinds of questions that it asks does a better job of helping match people who are struggling with what they want. So again, like, I don't know that that's still true, but I haven't heard advice to the contrary, and I do have a lot of friends who seem to meet folks on OkCupid, and that seems to be doing pretty well. I know that FetLife, FetLife.com, which is kind of the kinky version of Facebook, for lack of a better way of describing it, that is also a place where you could click on somebody's profile and see pictures of things that you didn't even know people were into, and now you can't unsee it. So there's some really awesome kinky folk on there. Just be prepared. It is not Facebook friendly, but it's definitely very kink friendly, and it may be a little much for some folks. But FetLife has been a good place for like-minded people to find groups and hobbies and interests that are shared by other people. That might be a place you want to take a look at. I've heard in the past that FetLife was not the most secure website ever. So if you have, not severe, but like serious privacy issues, then you might want to do a little bit of research to see if FetLife has fixed that part of itself. Give me some artwork here. We're under one of the overpasses here in Oakland. So I'm curious about what your experiences have been. If you want to share, look both ways before you cross train tracks, folks. And what have your experiences been? I have Tinder on my phone, but I've only opened it once ever. And that was really to check out a friend's thing that they asked me to do. So I wouldn't even be able to tell you about Tinder or apps like that. You would have to check in with each other a little bit more. And maybe one of these days I'll get a online nerd to kind of join us, or somebody who's using Tinder a lot and having success and having fun with it. And again, I would say, if you're looking for advice on real life, like how to meet people from a community perspective, what I would recommend and what's worked really well for me is, if you have the wherewithal, because not everybody has the funds to just hop in a car and drive somewhere or buy a plane ticket, but if there are events or conferences or workshops or meetups or munches, where groups of people who are into certain things get together for lunch or brunch, and we'll meet at a restaurant or something like that. Those are the things that I would usually recommend for people who are interested in getting to know actual folks, and who aren't really great about how to navigate online connection, mostly because a lot of the people that I end up coaching in dating and relationship stuff, like, a lot of you are really super busy folks who are, some of you have kids, some of you have jobs, or you're running businesses, you're entrepreneurs, and like, you just don't have a ton of time to be vetting all of these people online. And what can be tricky, this is not everybody, but for some folks, if you're already busting your ass in life and not necessarily having a lot of community yet to get your social needs, like your monkey needs met, staying at home, answering a bunch of online emails about people who are interested in getting to know you online, that can be tricky if you're already kind of starving for people connection to be sitting on your couch looking at a computer screen. And what can happen, I'm not saying everybody, but there's something just to notice and be aware of, is if you're spending a lot of time weeding through a ton of emails for people who might not even live in your area, while you're just getting more and more starved or hungry for social connection, you could end up in a really tricky situation where you're so starving, air quotes around starving, so thirsty for human contact that you might make poor food choices, kind of like going shopping, grocery shopping hungry. Like you buy food that's maybe not the best choices for you. And so what I would recommend, even if you're going to do the online dating thing as well, because for some people, the reason you do online dating is you don't want to meet somebody in your neighborhood. Like you want to meet somebody 100 miles away and get to know somebody who doesn't live in your town, you know, because some people have privacy concerns and don't want to, you know, be hitting on somebody who is going to show up at their PTA meeting next week. And I totally get that and understand that. Okay, we're going to leaving the train tracks here. Take a quick walk over to the turtle mural, even though it's noisy over there, but I like it. And then we'll finish up this email, or this video. But you know, the idea of how do you, it's really noisy right now. How do you know, if you're using online dating to find people who don't live near you because you have privacy concerns, or you know, you and your wife or your partner or your husband or boyfriend or whatever, you want to date a third person, and then, you know, go see them someplace out of town because you don't want somebody running into you, seeing that you're on a date with somebody else when everybody back in town thinks you're a monogamous couple or whatever. Like, your privacy is your own thing. So there's reasons to want to do online dating, but that starvation factor of your yearning for community, and you might be making poor dating choices because you're so thirsty. What I would recommend is, where it's appropriate, depending on what your needs are, find some community for you to hang out in so that you're getting those monkey needs met, those social needs met, rather than sitting at home alone on your laptop, slowly starving for human connection. And, you know, that doesn't even have to be kink community or polyamorous community. Like, if you're a gamer, or if you like baking, maybe there's a meetup for people who exchange recipes. Or, you know, Dungeons and Dragons meetup somewhere where you can get social needs met, so that you can bolster your online dating with a little bit more panache, a little bit more savoir-faire. Again, sorry about the noise. We're right by the highway here, but we're going to say hi to the turtle, and then we're going to say goodbye, because I have to go back and get some work done. It's like 19 or 18 days away from Sex Geek Summer Camp. For those of you who want to join us in the woods, some sex educators learning about business, then go to reid.sex.com/camp FAQ. Feel free to share that link with a friend or post it in a group if you have workshop facilitators and sex nerds and stuff like that hanging out. And I'm going to look forward to reading all your comments. Thanks for sharing your information and dating experience and app experience. It's not my strong suit, but I'll try to reach out to a friend. Aaron Tillman's one of my online dating nerds. And I've got some other friends who are talking about Tinder and what. Bex and Kate have been talking about online dating stuff, so maybe I'll hit them up. And that's the turtle, ladies and gentlemen. And now I'm going to let you go. Over the fence, there's two other turtles. That's going to be it today. That's our walk. Leave some comments. Share this video. I hope it was useful. I appreciate you all getting me out of the house. Before my phone discharges its battery, I'll say goodbye now from the turtles here in Oakland. Happy Sunday, everyone. Bye.